Welcome to Vintage Variety. I have quite a few projects in my project box that I really need to get to today. Some of these pieces have been floating around for quite a while and I really need to do something with them. I have this one necklace and this just screams Y2K to me. It's a statement necklace and you can see it's pretty much falling apart, but someone really liked this necklace. Look, they've put a safety pin on it to hold it together just so they could continue wearing it. So I'm going to see if I can make a repair to that. Then I have this necklace and there's nothing wrong with it. I simply want to redesign it to make it more along the lines of something that I would like to wear. I also have a very worn stretch bracelet and I love the beads on this, so I think I'm going to turn this into something a little different. I have other projects in this box that I will eventually get around to doing content on. Some of them I've had to order parts and pieces for, and when those come in, I will show you guys how I'm going to repair those pieces. I think I'm going to start out with this necklace, and I have a couple of ideas. I'm even considering making a pair of earrings to go with it. One thing about this necklace is it does have some wear on it, and I think that'll clean up pretty well. This necklace is marked. The marking on it is Aldo, and this is just an inexpensive costume jewelry brand. However, there was a pretty famous jewelry designer out of Italy named Aldo, and he worked for Tiffany and Cartier. It would be nice if this necklace was by him, but it's not. I wanted to show you the construction on the back of the necklace. This necklace is put together with jump rings. There are two different sizes of jump rings, some larger ones at the bottom and smaller ones at the top. As I mentioned earlier, this necklace was definitely falling apart. It looks like the jump rings came loose and fell off, and someone tried to pin it back together with a safety pin. So we're going to start on this necklace first. We're going to see if we can get it put back together. I have repaired necklaces like this one before, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys it is not my favorite type of repair to do. But the first order of the day is to get this safety pin off of here. It's on here really tight, so I think I'm just going to use my wire cutters and clip it and get it removed that way. I'm going to get my kit out and see if I have the right size of jump rings to repair this necklace with. By the way, someone asked me about this. This is just a jump ring tool or jump ring opener. You can find them online really inexpensive, and they also come with this kit. One problem that I'm already seeing with this necklace is I do not have the correct size of jump rings that I need to repair this. So I have an idea. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to steal a couple of jump rings from this necklace, and I'll show you guys how I plan to do that. My original plan was to repair this necklace, and then I was hoping to look through my stash of beads, find some beads in the right combinations of colors to go with this necklace, so that I could make some earrings to go with it. But now that idea has changed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chain off the necklace, and I am going to remove a piece of the necklace from each end. I'm going to set those pieces to the side and see if I can make earrings out of them. That's also going to give me the jump rings that I need to make the repairs on the necklace. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Anytime you're repurposing jewelry or trying to make repairs to it, it's all trial and error, but we shall see. I've got one removed and one more to go. So I'm not going to talk while I'm doing this, but you guys can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. When you open the jump rings, and I always stress this, you twist rather than pull straight out, because pulling straight out, you'll never get that jump ring closed back up properly if you want to reuse it. Now that I've removed those two small pieces from this necklace, we get to the hard part. I am going to repurpose the jump rings that I took off to reattach this necklace where it came loose. And this is a very tedious process. What makes it so hard is the fact that you're looping the jump rings through two pieces and you don't have any room to work. Once you get those jump rings through the two pieces, then you have to close the jump rings back up. And that's why I don't like repairing this type of a necklace. The necklace is put back together. I did stop recording. I had to step away from this for a little while because I was getting really irritated with it. And I always say anytime you're doing something and you get frustrated, you're better off just to put it to the side, leave it alone for a while, and come back later. So I did finish putting this back together off camera, and you guys get the basic idea of how to repair one of these necklaces just from what I've showed you. So now all I have to do is reattach the chain. One thing I wanted to say about the chain of this necklace, it is kind of discolored. I believe that that's all going to clean up really well. I don't feel comfortable replacing the chain, mainly because it does have the mark on it, the little hang tag. So I want to kind of leave it as original as possible. So this is all put back together, and I think it looks great. You can't even tell that it's missing those two small pieces on the end. Now, let's see how we're going to turn these two small pieces into a pair of earrings to go with this necklace. My first idea for making these pieces into earrings had been to put jump rings on them and then attach them to the ear wires. And I don't think that's going to look right. I don't think that the pieces are going to lay right once they're on the hooks. So instead, I'm going to open up this loop on the end of the ear wire. And I'm going to open it up big enough so that I can loop it into the back piece that I took off this necklace. You can see there it had a little place where the original jump rings would have went to attach it. So now that I have opened that up, I've just slipped it over and I'm going to close the loop back up. So again, this is just all trial and error. It's really fun just to experiment around with these broken bits and pieces or damaged pieces and see what you can make. And I think that that is just a great looking earring. Once it's in the earlobe, it's going to hang perfectly. Now that I've made both the earrings, I've repaired the necklace, I think this looks absolutely stunning. Another option would have been to take the necklace completely apart. I could have repurposed all of these pieces into earrings. I thought this was a really good idea. Not only have I repaired the necklace, but now I also have a pair of earrings that I can wear with it that matches it perfectly. The great thing about this is you can't even tell that this necklace is missing those two small pieces that were originally on the end. You guys let me know what you think of this repurpose repair in the comments. This next necklace doesn't need a repair. It's in good condition. I don't think this is vintage. This is a more modern necklace. I did show this in content a while back, and I mentioned that I really like this necklace, but I don't like the leaf pieces that are on it. I just don't feel like it's necessary. I feel like the necklace would probably be more attractive without them, and quite a few of you agreed with me in the comments. So I am going to remove these two pieces, and there's only two of these on the necklace. What I want to do with these pieces is I want to leave the beads attached to one end and turn them into earrings. And I think that'll look great. I think that these would look better made into earrings, and they'll go with the necklace. So the first thing I want to do is take a really close look at how these pieces are attached. And you can see here on the end of the leaf that the beads are attached to, it looks like a jump ring and then one of the necklace links. So I'm going to take it apart at the link past the beads. That way I can leave the beads attached to the leaf pieces. Hopefully I am making sense to you guys. I'm just trying to explain this the best way possible. I think I'm going to stop talking and just let you guys watch what I'm doing. The chain of this necklace is really sturdy, so I had a hard time getting the link of the chain opened up to detach that piece. The great thing about it is I'm not going to leave beads on the other end of the leaf, and the beads closest to the leaf, they're just attached with a simple jump ring, so that's going to be a lot easier to open up. Just a simple twist, and this jump ring opens right up. Look how easy that was. It's much easier to open up the jump ring than it is the links of this chain. Just one more leaf to remove, and I think on this one I'm going to do the easiest end first. So I'm going to open up the jump ring end and take that end off, and then I'll deal with the other end because I know it's a lot sturdier and it's going to be a lot harder to get opened up. Well, that wasn't too difficult the second time around. So now that I've got the leaf pieces removed, all I have to do is reattach the links of the chain back together, and the necklace will be as good as new. Remember that I did mention that this chain is really sturdy. Well, while I was trying to close the link back up on one end, my hand slipped and I gave myself a nasty scratch with the pliers. So I had to stop recording and go and get a Band-Aid. But you can see the necklace is all back together, and I think it looks wonderful. I am going to show you guys how it looks on the necklace stand. But first, let's turn these pieces into a beautiful pair of earrings that will go with this necklace. I am going to use some jump rings for this project, and you can see I still have the beads on the bottom, so I think that's going to look really pretty. I'm going to attach a jump ring to each end, and the jump ring that I have laying around, I don't think that's quite as large as I would like, but we'll have to see. I'm going to get some ear wires out. You'll notice that these pieces are kind of a brushed gold tone, whereas the ear wires that I'm attaching are more of a bright gold tone, but I don't think that's really going to be all of that noticeable. So first I'm just going to attach a jump ring to each end of the leaf. If I can get situated here. So that's going to go on, and then I'm just going to loop the ear wire on there. Now that that's done, all I have to do is close that jump ring back up, and we have one completed earring. The second earring is going to go a lot faster because I've already done the first one. I always notice like the more you do something, the better you get at it. And with the first one, I wasn't sure how it was going to look, but now I know, so all I have to do is just throw this one together really quickly. I have all of the parts on there, and now I'm just going to close my jump ring back up. Let's have a look at this necklace and earrings on the jewelry stand. What do you guys think? I really like the way this turned out. The necklace has clusters of beads, and then the earrings also have clusters of beads that hang from the bottom that match perfectly with the necklace. I'm going to pull the camera back so you can get a better view of the entire necklace. And you guys let me know what you think. I think that this was a great idea, and I think that it turned out perfectly. My last project for the day is going to be to repurpose this bracelet. This is a stretch bracelet, and it looks like it doesn't have a lot of life left in it. I really like the beads on this bracelet. These silver tone pieces, they are very tarnished, and I don't think that that's going to polish off. If it would polish off, I would probably reuse those pieces, if not in this project, in another one. But that's not going to come off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard those pieces. I don't think that anyone would want them. But I'm going to take this bracelet apart, and I am going to repurpose the beads on it and turn them into something completely different. I had originally planned just to make earrings out of this bracelet, but since we're on a roll here with making necklaces and matching earrings, I think I'm going to make earrings and a necklace pendant. Once again, I'm going to be using parts out of this earring finding kit, and I have shown this in previous content. If you're interested in this kit, it's relatively inexpensive. You get a lot of great items. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description box below this video. It is in my Amazon store. Keep in mind, if you purchase it through my link, my channel does receive a very small commission, but there's no pressure to buy. To make these earrings, I am going to be using these short eye pins with a loop and some ear wires. I wanted to show you what the bracelet looked like before, so you'll get an idea of what I'm going to do. The bracelet had all of these beautiful beads, and it also had some dangles on it. So I'm going to leave the dangles just as they are intact, and that is going to become a part of the earring. I'm going to take the eye pin and open up the loop, and I'm going to attach one of those dangles that came off the bracelet onto the loop, and then I'm going to use my round nose pliers to close that loop back up. I'm going to use the loose beads and those tiny silver spacers that were on the bracelet to layer onto the straight end of this eye pin. I think I'm only going to put maybe 3 or 4 of these beads, because what I want to do is I want to leave enough room on the end of the eye pin to make a loop so that I can hook this to the earring ear wire. I have all of my beads on. Once again, I'm going to use my round nose pliers, and hopefully I've left myself enough room on the end of this eye pin to make a loop. I'm just going to grip it as close to the edge as possible, and I'm going to use that turning motion, kind of like I'm making a letter C, to form the loop, and then this will get attached to the ear wire. I think this is going to look really good. I've already made the other earrings, so now all I have to do is attach the ear wires to the part of the loop that I made, and then just use my round nose pliers to close that loop back up. Hopefully this makes sense to you guys. If not, you can ask me any questions you would like to in the comments. Now that my earrings are complete, I'm going to make a necklace pendant. Once again, I'm going to use one of those dangly pieces that came off that bracelet, and I'm going to make a pendant out of that. It's going to be slightly different from the earrings because I'm not going to attach any extra beads to it. Instead, all I'm going to do is I am going to attach a jump ring, and that will give me something substantial enough to use to attach the pendant to a chain. I chose this gunmetal colored chain from my craft supplies because I felt like it went so well with the beads. And all I've done here is put the jump ring around the chain, and then I just have to close it up and I'm done. Here is a look at how this project turned out on the jewelry stands. And I'm really happy with the way this looks. These earrings, they're longer, dangly earrings, but they're also very simple. What makes them stand out are the beautiful beads. These beads look like hematite. I don't think they are. I think it's some kind of coating that they used, but I love the sparkle. Again, with the necklace is very simple and understated, but this is something, it could be layered with other pieces or just worn for every day. You guys let me know what you think of this project and if you like the way it turned out in the comments. The great thing about this is I still have some leftover pieces. Of course, the discolored silver pieces, I'm going to discard those, but all of these small spacers and beads, I can use these for another project, or I can always make a few more pairs of earrings out of them. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content, and hopefully I gave you some really great ideas, not only on how to repair pieces, but how to repurpose pieces, or to take a piece that you're not too crazy about and turn it into something that you'll really love. If you enjoyed today's content, please remember to give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments which item is your favorite out of all of the items that we worked on today. If there's anything you would have done different, also, I would love to hear your ideas. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to share this project with me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Ring the bell for notification and you'll be notified anytime I upload new content. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.